Okay, so this is the project. These are two penetrations in a beautiful Grasscloth from York. The lazy person who installed this decided it took too much time to take down the towel bar, and rather he would just go around them. I tell you, he spent more time going around them than taking it down and putting it back up. Too much noise from the fan in the bathroom. So, who thinks at this point that we could take that wallpaper and replace this area right here that I'm showing with my fingers? We have 3 sections. There are 3 sheets of wallpaper on this wall. One full and one part there, and the third part on the end of this wall toward the right. Can we do it? Where would you make your cut? How far above the patch? How close to the patch? If you're thinking right now that we can't do it, well, you know by the title that we can. So we've protected our product above and below the repair. And now we're removing the repair piece. We don't know what's going to happen yet under this wall covering that we're removing, but we have to get it out of the way. We could expect that it was possibly installed poorly, and then the paper on the sheetrock comes with it. That's what I was anticipating, but it didn't happen. There was a slight removal of the sheetrock paper underneath it, but it was previously done. They put the wallpaper over. See that? It still has the backing on it. I didn't pull that up. It's not on my wallpaper, as you can see when I removed it. So they just left that there. But I'm going to treat that and reinstall right over it. So far, so good. Our backing came off easily. We have a slight tear. We'll treat that with hairspray because it has alcohol in it. The alcohol will neutralize that paper so that it doesn't bubble up. You cannot hang wallpaper on a loose substrate. If you have torn sheetrock paper underneath your wallpaper and you don't secure the paper to the substrate, meaning that you penetrate it by cutting it and then simply pasting it back down, you have to secure brown torn paper, because if the substrate is not solid, you will have an air pocket, and you don't want to do that. So I sprayed hairspray on it. It's alcohol. It neutralizes that paper and renders it unable to produce a bubble once it gets hit with water-based wallpaper paste. I'm lining up this Grasscloth, this faux Grasscloth, which has a factory-made pattern on it. I'm lining it up with right directly over, you see below and now you see above? You see that flip book method? Where when you were a kid, you drew the face and the boy walking the dog, and you flip through the pages and it made like a little movie, right? So when you pull the wallpaper down quickly, you can see, your eyes can detect that the position of the design on the repair piece is the same or different as the pattern underneath it. But you have to do it quickly. You pull it back and forth, and if you don't see it moving in the little movie you're making of it, so to speak, you see what I'm doing that quickly? I'm making a decision as to whether or not it's directly over it. Your eyes will detect that it's over or not if you do it quickly. So that's the pattern we're looking for, that line. Ah, there it is. We simply have to make sure that we put it right over it. Because think about it. If you're repairing a piece underneath with a piece above, the piece above has to be directly above the sheet underneath when your pattern piece above goes on top of it. If you're off, it's going to look a mess. Even if you're off by 3/16 of an inch, you'll see it. You'll see a double. It'll be like double vision. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm letting the product relax where it's going to live for the next 10 to 15 years, possibly. I'm letting it relax. I put glue on the back of it. I put paste on the wall. I don't mean to say glue, I mean paste. A bad habit. I'm using my laser level. I'm going to cut my razor against this knife so to keep it straight. I'm not concerned now cutting along the lines of the wall covering. I'm concerned about cutting according to my laser. You don't want the pattern with a choppy cut. You want it nice and straight. In this case, your pattern will hide the incision. Another thing, you have to make sure that where you're cutting, that you actually have wallpaper underneath your blade. You can't see it now. I put a patch over the repair. So you have to remember, where is your void? Where is that white space where I remove the wallpaper, right? When you put this wall covering over your patch, you have to know, okay, when I double cut the top repair piece, I want to make sure that I have wallpaper underneath. You would see what would happen. I've done it before, where you underestimate or you don't calculate sufficiently where you made your repair, where you remove that paper, and then you're thinking you're doing a double cut with the piece above, and you're cutting through sheetrock paper underneath. So my laser tells me, you're over wallpaper here. Don't worry. You see, I have that's about 2 inches of wallpaper. You understand what I'm talking about? If I didn't cut through wallpaper there, we didn't do anything. When you're removing that piece, you don't want to start breaking out primer and everything else. Make sure you remove that very carefully. You want to peel it back along the wall. You don't want to be lifting that up. I did it in this video, and it was a mistake, bad habit. You want to pull off the refuse repair piece against itself, literally in the opposite direction. If you pull it towards yourself, you're stressing the substrate. You're forcing it practically to give up its paper backing. You see how I'm pulling it along itself? That's how you want to do it. All of these things have been learned through failure. Some advice by other colleague wallpaper hangers. I present it to you so that I can spare you the suffering of having to wait for somebody to come along and help you know something that you should know. I like sharing what I know. All of us has a little bit of knowledge to offer, right? We should share it so that we can help others do a good job. So I had 3 pieces of wallpaper to repair, and one of them being the center, a full piece. And this all came off quite easily, as you can see. One other thing, when you're pulling off the wallpaper like you see me doing here, the smaller the strip you make, guess what? The least offensive to the substrate it is. The thicker, like when you pull down wallpaper and you pull off your sheetrock paper, you're pulling off large sheets. But the smaller the strip, when you're doing a double cut, the smaller the strips you pull off, the least problematic it is by pulling off anything underneath it. Okay, I have my repair done. I'm going to show you from a distance. I'm joking around here like I did magic. I'll shut off the laser, and if you can find the point through which I made my cut, I'm going to give you an all expense paid trip to Tampa Bay for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and you get to work and have dinner with the Tampa Bay wallpaper installer, Spencer Colgan. So just please, it's the Ziana system. Tell me if you can find my seam when I shut off this laser. Holding the camera with one hand and patching with the other gets to be quite a challenge sometimes. I wish I could tell myself, come on, let's go, hurry up. I want you to see the final effect. I mean, it just came out gorgeous. Look at that. And to be fair to you, I'm going to shut off this laser so that you could see the seamlessness of it. What a nice job. What a nice product to be working with. What do you think? See, you want to smooth that out. Just getting out any possible air pockets and cleaning it up. When I show you the final product, you'll see that there is a layer of water trapped in the grooves of this faux Grasscloth, so it appears darker, but it's just water. You know, I used a rag, which on Grasscloth, fake Grasscloth, it's really good. The rag gets in the grooves, lifts any paste that I had on the product. So there you have the old. And now remember the promise of the trip. Please tell me if you have found any of my horizontal seams. And of course you won't be able to. And consequently you won't be able to come and spend time with me in the Tampa Bay area. Look at that. What do you think? I like it. I like the product. It's a quality product. When a product allows you to make repairs on it like this, I give it a 5-star rating. This is a great product. It's good looking wallpaper. I did not install this, by the way. I should have said that in the beginning of the video. Somebody else did. I just repaired it, and the repair is not 100%. He didn't nurse his seams. They split a little bit. But there you have it from another angle. So thank you for watching. Please click on like. So many people watch my videos, and I watch videos too that I like and I forget to like them. But as a YouTuber, I'm asking you, please hit the like button now. Thanks a lot, and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.